Hello and welcome back to Inside the Inferno. Connor McGill alongside Ryan Blaine. Ryan, it's great to be behind this desk once again ahead of a busy ASU athletic season.
I'm so excited to be behind this desk with you once again, Connor, as we kick off another year of Inside the Inferno. We have a lot of great content coming up, but let's begin with ASU football. For the first time since 2019, fans were inside Sun Devil Stadium as the Sun Devils took on Southern Utah. Ashlyn Register has more.
Well, Ryan, that's right. Fans were allowed back for the first time in almost 2 years, and come back they did. It was the highest student attendance at a home opener in history, with over 12,000 in the Inferno as the Sun Devils faced Southern Utah in their first matchup of the season. The Arizona State Sun Devils hosted the Southern Utah Thunderbirds in the first game of the 2021 season. ASU struck first, with it only taking 24 seconds to score their first points of the season off of an interception by DeAndre Pierce. The Sun Devils led 6-0 after the extra point being blocked. By the end of the first quarter, it was 13-7 for the Sun Devils. ASU's offense kept on rolling in the second quarter, with putting 15 more points on the board with touchdowns from Rashad White and DeMonte Traynor. The atmosphere was electric at halftime, with the third highest attendance in school history after a year-long hiatus. The Sun Devils will come out hot in the third quarter, scoring a 26-yard touchdown. The Sun Devils offense slowed down in the second half when starting quarterback Jaden Daniels left the game. The Sun Devils would score only one more touchdown after Daniels left the game, with ASU going on to win 41-14. For Inferno Intel, I'm Ashlyn Register. The Sun Devils will host UNLV on Saturday, September 11th at 7:30 p.m. Now let's send it back to the desk for some key takeaways from the first game of the season.
Thanks, Ashlyn. What a game it was for the Sun Devils. And for more, we're joined by ASU football analyst Ray Belcora. Ray, to you, what was the most impressive part of their win?
Well, Ryan, to me, the most impressive part of the win was the rushing attack. And we expected that coming into the season, that it would be a strong suit. The two-headed monster of Chip Traynor and Rashad White were fantastic, each picking up a pair of touchdowns. And the blocking was good, too, on the offensive line and around the edge by the wide receivers, when not committing penalties. Additionally, the defense was strong. Darian Butler picked up a pair of interceptions, and DeAndre Pierce opened the game with an interception on just the third play of the game, returning it all the way down to set up 1st and goal.
And certainly it was an impressive win and a lot of great things from the Sun Devils. There's always room for improvement. Where do you think the Sun Devils can get better?
They have to be more disciplined. I mean, 100 yards of penalties just 13 minutes into the game is unacceptable. It's not going to be a problem against a team like Southern Utah or even maybe next week. But come Pac-12 play, the Sun Devils will have to be sharper and not beat themselves. Like Herm Edwards said after the game, the Sun Devils played the Sun Devils, and you never want that to happen.
Yeah, of course. That was just week 1, though. Looking ahead to next week, what can we expect from the matchup with the Rebels of UNLV?
Well, UNLV on paper looked like it could be more of a challenge than Southern Utah, but last night they lost in double overtime at home to FCS opponent Eastern Washington, 35-33. So we may not learn a whole lot more about this ASU team until the following week when they travel to BYU.
Thanks, Ray. You can follow along with his coverage all season long at InfernoIntel.com. Now let's check out this week's edition of Inferno Intel Headlines and head over to reporter Keith Dotley, who's with Connor McGill. Keith, what do you have for us?
Well, let me tell you, Ryan, we got a lot for you this week on Inferno Intel Headlines, the first of this fall semester, and we're getting it started off with, wait, Connor, is it a little hot in here to you?
Most definitely.
Ike, Ryan, I think we need to grab a fan because these football unis that ASU rocked Thursday night, they're hot with a capital H-O-T, and the team followed suit. Rashad White, Chip Traynor combining for 4 touchdowns on the ground, while Darian Butler getting it done on the defensive end with 2 interceptions in the first half. ASU rode that momentum to a 41-14 win over Southern Utah, and hey, those uniforms must have worked.
I think so, and you know the mentality, work hard, play hard. These guys have been working hard all off season, and this first game back, they surely played hard.
and they looked good doing it. Herm and the boys getting a big win in Tempe to start off their season. And now moving on to another top 25 ASU program, the women's soccer team over their last match, 5-1 over Cal State Northridge, and Nicole Douglas came through with not one, not two, but 3 goals for a Sun Devil hat trick.
Well, you know how those hatties goes. It's a nice hat, Sun Devil hat, of course, but it's a hat trick. You got to throw it out here.
We're going to throw it on the field, and we're going to bring the flow right back to the studio. Nicole Douglas, great this season so far. 16 points in the Sun Devils, 5-0, ranked 21st in the country. And hey, fall athletics looking very good here at ASU so far.
Most definitely, everything's back in full swing, and ASU athletes just cruising along.
We're all here for it. We are all here for it.
Well, that'll be it for headlines. Let's see how the ASU soccer team is shaping up ahead of their season. Let's go to our reporter, Dylan Pescator, who has more.
Thank you, Connor. Dylan Pescator here, and let's head over to the pitch. Arizona State soccer has started off their season on fire. The ladies are 5-0 so far and haven't just been winning here in Tempe. The team grabbed 2 wins last week as they traveled to play Mississippi State and UAB, scoring 6 goals combined. Yesterday at Sun Devil Stadium, Cal State tried to give ASU its first loss and even scored first. But senior Nicole Douglas shut that idea down very quickly. She scored 3 goals for the hat trick, and the final ended up being 4-2. The forward from England has been a force on offense this season, as she has 6 goals and 4 assists already. On the defensive side, the Sun Devils have only allowed 15 shots and 5 goals so far. The team is clicking on all cylinders right now and will look to keep it going on Sunday when they play a tough LSU team. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Dylan. The Sun Devils have a lot of former athletes in the pro arena. Starting with baseball, former Sun Devil and #1 draft pick Spencer Torkelson has been crushing it in the minor leagues this year. In his first year of professional baseball, he has hit 23 home runs and driven in 75 runs. Moving on to football, 49ers wide receiver Brandon Ayouk starts his second NFL season on September 12th. Last year, he totaled 825 scrimmage yards and 7 total touchdowns. This year, Ayouk is generating a lot of buzz to become the top wide receiver in San Francisco. Lastly, let's hit the golf course. Over the summer, Arizona State alums won 2 of the 4 major tournaments. Legend Phil Mickelson won his 6th major title as he took home the PGA Championship trophy. Jon Rahm, on the other hand, won his first career major title as he took home the U.S. Open crown. ASU products continue to show out at the highest level. Let's head over to Sam Valenti with an update on ASU volleyball.
Hey there, Sun Devils. I'm Sam Valenti, and right now we're going to take a look at what's been going on in the world of ASU volleyball. Recently, ASU hosted the Sun Devil Volleyball Classic, going 2-1 in the tournament. The Sun Devils came out victorious against Texas A&M, Corpus Christi, and Cal Poly before falling to the 13th-ranked Louisville Cardinals. Despite the loss, Arizona State looked impressive in defeat, giving one of the best teams in the nation a run for their money in 5 sets. Sophomores Claire Jeter and Ella Snyder earned all tournament honors, with Jeter having 29 kills and a team-high 14 blocks, and Snyder having 22 digs and an incredible 106 assists. Currently, the Sun Devils are in Lincoln, Nebraska, participating in the Emeritus Players Challenge. Well, that's all I got for you today, Sun Devils. Now, back to you, Ryan and Connor.
That'll do it for this episode of Inside the Inferno. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.
And be sure to follow us on our Instagram and Twitter @InfernoIntel. Thanks for watching.